High Society, written and directed by Christian Davies. I'm not exactly sure on the budget on it, but the Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb audience rating scores are high for High Society. Yes, that pun was intended. So let's see if I can sum this movie up. First off, I want to say for a stoner flick, which can be oversaturated with crap, and usually is a bare bones production, this was actually pretty good. The story is pretty simple. 3 guys, Gavin, Trajan, and Jacob, smoke out and hang with 2 girls, Sophie and Svetlana, for the night. I was very entertained by this small but quality cast. They had great chemistry between the actors, believable and witty dialogue. It was great editing and a great examination of relationships and friendship dynamics, along with one of the great smoke sessions in cinematic history. This movie really impressed me for basically being shot in the guy's apartment, although there are some scene changes and a very rewarding ending. There are highs and lows, no pun intended there, and a fulfilling romantic payoff. Everyone gets what they wanted in the end, and some get exactly what they deserve. All the usual beats are there. The functioning addict, the loser friend who refuses to grow up, the passive, the dumb blonde, the girl who's willing to put up with most losers' bullshit. We start out with our star, Trajan, who's basically smoking the day away. Gavin comes home from his job and basically piles on the shit on him. Jacob emerges from his room to add on to the pressure. After a certain talking to from the two, Gavin informs the two that Svetlana and Sophie are coming for the night. He's got dibs on the hot one. Once the ladies arrive, the hijinks really begin. They pop some wine and the intoxicated banter begins. And here goes the fight for the ladies' love. A few bong rips later, and a few laughs, all the tension goes out the window and the tulip joint session begins. This will make Smokey from Friday say, "Damn!" It's like everyone got their own personal tulip joint at one point. Damn, I almost forgot how enjoyable being around women can be. You see the guy's charm start to chip away at the ladies, and it's interesting to see the ladies actually put their guard down. As I said, this was an entertaining movie with a very enjoyable ending. So let's go over the good of the movie. Well, first off, I had to say Svetlana. Her portrayal of the exotic blonde was hilarious. The massive amounts of smoking that rivaled Smokey from Friday. The tulip joints. How entertaining 5 people in a room can be. Some of the dialogue was very witty. The courage to be abrasive and even aggravating, but it all adds to the believability of the characters and their relationships. The bong was very nice. The props, yeah, I definitely would have to say that was something. This movie is one non-stop smoke session. The amount of joints that they're smoking is impressive. The level of creativity. They're able to make a smoke out one entertaining full-length movie. The chemistry of the actors. It leads to the believability. The chemistry of the actors lead to the believability and tolerability of this movie. Now let's go over the bad. This is a dialogue-driven movie, which occasionally can be redundant and even drags the movie out at certain points. Not much as far as action goes. It's just one main location for about 95% of the movie. At certain comedic times, and I mean that in very loose quotations, they play a freaking laugh track. But I believe it was intended just to be sarcastic. Some of the jokes don't land or are long overdone. It's like a long version of a 30-minute sitcom. A lot of asshole characters, and I believe one asshole is way too many. So the highlights of this movie for me were the tulip joint session. Jesus. It's a lesson in potty mouth 101. I think even Deadpool would be impressed with the Gatling gun and profanity. The makeup and props were unique and impressive, creative, and added to the believability of the entire production. The highlights for me were the tulip joint session. Sheesh. It's a lesson in potty mouth 101. I think even Deadpool would be impressed with the Gatling gun of profanity in this movie. The makeup and props were unique and impressive and creative, and it added to the believability of the entire production. I give High Society a thumbs up rating. It's a quality stoner flick. With all the weed that they were putting in the air, I felt right at home. I watched, I laughed, I enjoyed. Now that's entertainment. I hope I brought you a quality recommendation. Thank you very much for watching.